cocktail fans, and welcome to the Gentlemen of Elegant Leisure, episode 76.
76.
I can't get trombones out of my head.
Oh,
Oh, well, you gotta go to the doctor.
I know.
how'd you get the trombone in the first place?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just 76 trombones. It's just,
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
it's just as soon as you said that, I just.
Right. That's because you're just a little bit older than we are.
Mm-hmm.
I think of the bicentennial of the United States of America, because 76 was big when I was about 7.
Right.
Yeah.
I missed that whole thing. It was the 70s.
You know where I was on the American bicentennial in 1976?
Disneyland.
Oh, darn! I
What?
told you that story.
Oh, I don't know if you have or not. You might have, but I just guessed, because that would be a...
That's where it was.
Wow.
1976.
On July 4th?
July 4th at Disneyland.
How'd you get in? How'd you get out?
Well, I was thin. I could squeeze through the fence. Nobody was looking. Yeah,
Oh, it's been a hell of a day.
it was a hell of a day.
I bet you could find clips of that on YouTube.
Oh, I bet you could.
With you in it.
Well, I don't know.
Mm.
We'll have to Google that.
You were a lad of 11?
I would have. Yeah, I would have been 11. That's that August.
That's a perfect time to go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
In fact, I wish everybody that's hearing this
Yes.
doesn't take anybody less than 11 years old to Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. No, don't go when you're 10,
No.
7.
Yeah.
Lord help you, take a 4-year-old, you should be just locked up in the Goofy's
The Matterhorn.
playhouse.
Yes, with 18 other 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just my personal take, because I'm selfish.
It's I think it should be a rule. I know it's not just you.
Yeah.
It's me too.
Somehow they got the idea that Disneyland is for children.
It's
not for-
look at the scale of things. It's all human, like adult scale.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Toontown, but even then.
There's rides that they can't even go on. You have to be this
Yeah.
high.
What's the
They
point?
should have that right outside the gate. If you're not this high,
You
you
can't
can't
even
go in.
can't even get into the place.
Because they're just crying.
They're crying, they're lounging, there's strollers everywhere. If you can't walk a solid 8 hours
Yes.
non-stop,
No.
this is
Forget
not for you.
No.
Wow. How old are you when you first went to Disneyland?
2. And it was
Oh.
a disaster.
I was 2 the first time I went.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I made multiple trips. It was 2, 11, and 16, and then I don't count the other trips because then I'm an adult.
Right. It doesn't have the same.
Same.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Wow. 2, and then when was the next trip?
2, and then I was 7?
Ah,
6 or 7.
wow, so not that.
So 2 wasted trips.
Yeah, that was a completely wasted trip. My first trip was really the one when I was about 13.
Yeah.
Which was the perfect age.
Yeah.
11 to 12, 13.
Oh, yeah.
Forget about it.
I went when I was 14. No, 15.
That would be good too.
15, yeah. Eric was 5.
Right. He shouldn't have
He
gone.
shouldn't have gone.
It's too young.
I voted against it.
But this day he hates going.
He does,
And
because
his wife hates going.
Yeah.
His children hate going.
No, they both love going, but they'll never go with their parents again.
Oh. Huh.
Oh,
We thought they hated going
right.
when they were with their parents.
So that was the illusion they gave.
That's right. And then when they were separated, it was, oh, Disneyland. They can't talk.
No,
Goodness, they
Yeah,
talk like
or
that.
they speak a language I don't understand. It's entirely possible.
Been pulled out of school obviously too often to go to
I
Disneyland.
think so.
Been able to pick up.
A lot of acting classes.
Oh.
Well, there you go. Well, Disneyland.
Yeah. So 76.
76.
Is where that
76.
started.
And many people said we'd never even get to 76.
You did.
Yeah, I said we're not doing the
Yeah.
76.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. It's a case by case basis.
Yes. But we actually, people commented. People have left messages.
Have they? On your home phone?
No, on our blog.
Wow.
I brought a couple of examples.
What?
Oh, excellent.
Are you interested in the examples?
Sure.
Are they
Let's hear
threatening?
it.
Are they threatening?
Yeah.
No, that's vaguely threatening.
That might have been me.
No, we got one from somebody named Zoe, which is actually worth about 5.
Yeah.
Because if anybody named Zoe
That's right.
wants to contact us, that ups our cool quotient.
I think so, because normally they're too cool for podcasts.
Yes. Zoe, she left a comment. I think that Zoe would be a girl. Okay, Z-O-E?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm going to go
I
with
think so.
that.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah.
Also on a great episode 42B.
Oh, is that that's the do-over?
Was that The do-over.
Yes.
Huh.
That's the, so I don't know, well, here's, actually, I know, yeah, that's the one that the
Sneaky
Sneaky Dragon did.
That was our best episode
Our
ever.
best
That's
episode.
not, we're not on
And she wrote on it, that cocktail sounds awesome.
Maybe we should do the cocktails from episode 42 again.
it.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
It was the
Colonel, what's it, the
yeah, the
Colonel?
Colonel
Or
something
something.
or other. And,
Partridge?
no, they were both Elvis-y themed.
Oh,
Right.
Kentucky Colonel?
Kentucky?
Colonel.
That's right,
and,
Kentucky Colonel and the
Oh, the
Burnside.
The Burnside, right,
Yeah.
okay.
you know, this.
Yeah.
The sideburn.
And Zoe said, awesome cocktail. But
That
we don't know
cocktail
which,
sounds awesome.
but we don't know which cocktail.
We do not.
Well, I think it was the Kentucky Colonel because it was clearly the best one.
That was a good drink.
Yeah.
And then my Uncle Jack left a lengthy post.
Did he?
Yes. Now this is
Is he
great.
retired?
He is retired.
Oh, okay. He's got time for a living. I
But I think he would care enough to let us know anyway.
guess he would. He's been a long time listener.
Yes. He's a conscientious observer as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's,
No way you were going with
he
that.
came to Canada about 1969. Said, I'm not going over there. I'm gonna go to Canada. No,
No, he was already here and said,
It's
I'm not going to
already
go.
I'm not going.
Think
I'm
you're
still not
going.
I'm
going.
still not
You
going.
don't have to go. I don't care what you say. I'm not going.
In our last episode, I don't know if you fellows remember, we did beer cocktails.
we
Yeah.
did, yes.
Well, one of them was great. I haven't done the IP. I should have done one by now,
Yeah.
but I've been busy.
Right. He said he really liked that. In fact, he says another good episode. I was flattered that you used my suggestion, and anybody else out there can also make a suggestion, and we will dig in. We love a challenge. We love anything, actually.
Yeah.
And the thought that at least he could do was make one of them. He made a few variations
Wow.
of the Campari and IPA,
Oh.
and also tried a Campari Pilsner. He varied the ratio. You can read it all on there.
Holy smokes.
He preferred a 1-to-4 ratio rather than the BBC ratio of 1-to-6. And he tried it with varying amounts of the blood orange pop.
Huh.
And too much and it became too sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a tall can of Steamworks Pilsner, which he says here is one of the best BC Pilsners. So a shout out there to Steamworks.
All right, Seaworks.
He
Heard it here.
substituted it for the IPA, and it wasn't a bad drink. And someone with an aversion to too much bitter would probably prefer to use the Pilsner. And this is interesting because, as I told you on the show, I tried a raspberry beer,
Oh, 1604.
which I preferred much more over the one we used,
Yes.
which was the Granville Island one.
Sorry, Granville Island.
And then after that, I tried a strawberry one, which I think would have worked even better than the raspberry one.
Oh.
So anyway, so for the raspberry one, he said the original BBC recipe called for a Lindemann's framboise, which I don't know if we could even get.
No.
Maybe we could have. But he says it's much better and much more expensive than the Granville Island beer. And then he notes that the Trading Post in Langley has just come out with a raspberry beer as well. And that
That's just
it's literally down the road. Yeah. Who knew? And finally, he said, as I said previously, I have been comped beer cocktails in the past because he works on the craft beer magazine.
Oh.
But he's never ordered one. And he doesn't think that will change, but he will make the Campari IPA at home. So thanks for that. So it was a huge long comment.
Oh, there you go.
So that was fantastic.
Yeah, so thanks for listening to this episode.
But the comment that really,
There was another one?
there was another one, and this is the one that really put me over the edge and said, we got to keep doing this show.
All right.
Is it mine?
This one comes from UK Best Essays.
Oh, UK.
And this is, they commented on our episode 25, an apple a day,
Yeah.
which was cocktails with Applejack and Calvados.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrote, an apple code and all episodes are combined for the utilization of the goals in life. The aspect is injected for the reflection in the sight and shadow of the combined items or the humans. And I think these words are as true today as they were in Tuvok's time.
Yes. Yeah. It sounds
It
like
just- You got me right.
somewhere.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
left shoulder.
Yes.
I think their artificial intelligence algorithms might need a bit more fine tuning before
Maybe you better
before
tweak
it
it
auto
there.
comments on everybody's blog.
Yeah. But anyway,
But still.
they had me at an apple code and all episodes are combined for the utilization of goals in life.
Yeah, no.
So here we are.
Yeah.
Here we
We
are.
have returned.
Thank you, UK's best essay service. A big shout out to our sponsor.
Next time I've got an essay coming up, I'm gonna get hold of those
Yeah,
guys.
I may delete that one.
Oh,
No, from,
the UK.
One of the UK
Oh,
essay
okay.
writing one.
Ah,
There, previous to that, their bots have been at least mentioned drinks.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hmm.
We also had another couple of comments from friends. Sheila encouraged other people to comment. And Laura, whose English is a little shaky,
Yeah,
also sent a message.
yeah.
So keep those comments coming, folks. And we'll devote a listener's mail segment.
Laura writes, I look forward to more episodes to entertainment me during my long drives for work. She might have been the UK
I think
essay.
actually that's the, she's been using the UK service a lot, so.
Wow.
And she hasn't got time to do comments on blog posts, so she has them do them all for her now.
Excellent.
So yes, many comments. So thank you for listening in. As when we did the last blog post, we had 75 subscribers to this show. We thank every last one of them.
Yeah.
I think on average over the 3 years we've done this, our average has been about 48.
Yeah.
But it's gone up as high as 75 anyway. So.
Okay.
Huh?
So you can unsubscribe as well?
Apparently that must happen on a regular basis.
Huh, okay.
And that's what I don't know. Why would you listen and then go, no? Well, I mean, I can imagine based on the first, how long we've been talking?
Yeah. I don't know, 11 minutes?
Yeah, based on the first 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
So
let's get to drinking.
So
Let's get a
here,
drink
so,
for the
so,
ice
so
cubes
this
now.
started when I got text. You know, Kate Stadel. I tell you, she's really putting the work in. She was at a conference in Montreal, and she was hitting the bars and drinking only the finest stuff. So she'd send me stuff and say, which of these should I get? And so she sent me one. It was just after our last episode, and so it was at Le Serpent Le Serpent.
It might even be Le Serpent, when you wouldn't even hit the T. Le Serpent.
Ah, mais c'est un mont. Oh,
Tabernacle.
anyway, so she was there and she was looking. She said, "There's one." She sent me She sent me a menu shot and then said, "And I don't know what's in the paper plane. The paper plane wasn't on that." And I said, "I don't see the paper plane." He said, "Oh, yeah, it's not on that list." Okay, so but I was at home, so I looked it up like this because I'm a speed typist. And yeah, so I thought, well, she likes a Negroni. I said, well, this is very similar to a Negroni. You like it? She said, I don't want it. And I said, no, I have it. You like it, and your friends will think you're cool. And that's sold her on it. So.
And they will.
And make a good story. And so she had it, and she said, I love it. And so I thought, well, okay, well, we're gonna make that one.
And so you haven't secretly made this at home, have you?
No, I was gonna, but I didn't.
Did you bring the recipe?
What?
Fortunately, I looked it up several times and it's all the same proportions.
Yes.
It's one of those easy peasy,
Exactly.
drinksy dinksies.
So yeah, that was a good one. And there was another one on there, but by the time I deciphered it, it basically seemed like it was a margarita.
Yes, that's true.
Because it had the curacao, Ferrand, and then I thought, oh, it's Quebec. So they probably meant the Ferrand curacao. So basically, they just had a tequila and a mezcal instead of just a tequila.
In a margarita.
In a margarita. I thought, well, if you're gonna do it, you do it with just a mezcal, and then at least it would be a nice smoky margarita. But then it's just a smoky margarita, so which I'll have.
Sure. But we're trying to, I don't know, push the envelope? Not really. But
No.
we've done a margarita and we've done a daisy.
Yeah. And so I don't know if we've done a mezcal cocktail, but maybe we.
No, I think we're sort of all secretly afraid. Look at Dave.
Oh,
Shaking in his face.
I can taste the rubber already in my taste buds.
Well, I'll tell you, I made margaritas for my folks on the weekend.
Oh, yes.
Little tiny ones, because they're in their mid 80s. They can't be knocking back 3 ounces of alcohol. So their margaritas only had 2 ounces of alcohol.
Oh.
They still shouldn't be drinking.
No.
But I took some mezcal with me, and I gave them, because they were afraid of it. And I said, well, have a whiff. They said, my mother said, well, that's very nice. It's almost fruit flavored. It wasn't, but
No, something might be wrong with her.
maybe a little bit smoky. But, so I think if you have a good mezcal, it could be good. But I thought, you sure we haven't done a mezcal cocktail?
I
I
think
think we have.
It was horrible.
Really a mezcal one.
For a Paloma,
I
maybe?
think so.
I think we would have used a tequila for a paloma.
I would have thought that maybe if we had a recipe that called for this.
Well, fortunately,
Unless we just did a shot of the
we have the
mezcal.
search feature.
we did a shot. We might have just sampled some.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh yes, we have a search feature, so we could actually search our website
I will.
and see if we've mentioned it in any way, shape, or
We
form.
haven't. I want to do one.
Well, you gave me a bottle of mezcal.
Really? And I have a bottle of mezcal, so between the two of us, that's almost 2 bottles of mezcal.
So it's called a paper plane.
Oh, that's right, the paper plane.
You know the history of it?
Dave does.
No, I don't.
You looked it up. You were telling me.
I know, I looked up the proportions. I didn't look up the history.
So it's a relatively recent cocktail. So this is a fellow. Sam. It's based on the song "Paper Plane."
I know Paper Moon.
Yeah.
Paper Plane? I
I
don't know Paper Plane.
No, I don't know paper plane.
Let's do the Paper Moon instead, because that one
Yeah.
I can hum.
I bet there is a paper moon.
Oh, of course there is.
It's a bourbon drink.
Yeah.
Which is
so
interesting.
there's a one here that mentions the guy, and yeah, we can just start making it.
Yeah, you start making it.
So I've switched out the Amaro. So some of the recipes call for an Amaro Nonino Quintessentiale. Yeah, but I've got another fine Amaro over here, Montenegro.
Yes, which I think we used in another fine beverage of some sort at some time in our sometime career.
That's right. So I thought, well, let's just do that one. So the paper plane's supposed to be a riff on the last word cocktail, and it was. Oh, this one doesn't have the guy's name on it. So the last word cocktail is right here. Okay. Yes, I accept your cookies.
Oh my goodness, I think he was falling into the...
So the last word is gin, chartreuse, and maraschino liqueur. So I don't think it's all that similar. It's a riff in the same way that they're all made with alcohol.
That's really not much of a riff.
No, you know.
So there's an Amaro Montenegro in there, there's
Yes.
a bourbon in there, there's Aperol,
Right.
which is in there, and
Here,
what else is
let
in
me
there?
let me rattle this off for you.
Yeah, well, we've been waiting about 3 minutes.
Oh,
for you to
Oh,
rattle
do
it off.
we need lemon juice in it? Is that the fourth ingredient?
We need an equal amount of lemon juice. So you're doing a one. It's a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio. So I don't
It's a
know.
1 to 1 to 1.
Or 2-to-2-to-2, depending on how big a cocktail you want to make.
Yeah, so I've just been filling this glass all the way to the top.
Perfect. That's how I do it. So you do 1.5 ounces.
I was doing 1.5,
Okay, that'll work.
and 1.5, and 1.5.
Because it depends on there's a few different recipes. So some call for more volume, basically.
More volume?
More volume. Volume. That's how we make a profit.
Can you make that go up to about the 3 tablespoon mark? Oh, we're gonna be here all day. We got the driest lemons in Christendom.
Well,
Oh no, look at that, that's fantastic. We do one more of those squeezes and we're there, Jesus. See how I tied Christendom into the squeezes and the Jesus?
But that one didn't.
Oh, that was a faulty one. That was, yeah, half of that lemon was empty.
No.
I must have used the
Shit
bottom.
blanks.
It was probably the Christendom joke, and Jesus
Didn't
tweaked your lemon.
He put a curse on it. That's what he does.
That's as I understand it. I mean, I don't have a lot of knowledge of the Bible, but I know it's mostly curses and hexes. A little bit more. That's perfect. Now this sort of scares me. I think this is going to be a pretty tart drink. So equal amounts bourbon, which is a whiskey, Amaro Montenegro, which is a bitter liqueur,
And Aperol.
Aperol,
Which is
which is an
Swedish.
aperitivo. It's Swedish and bitterish. It's
It's best of both
I thought it was Italian,
that's right.
not Swedish.
It's your entry level bitterness, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then a lemon, which they make in most countries around the world.
Yeah, anywhere where it's not Canada.
No,
It's too damn cold.
we have lemon trees, but they don't do very well.
No.
All right, and I imagine is this a shaken drink, Frederino?
It is
Well, then we'll shake it
with ice.
with ice. The paper plane,
Yeah.
based on the song that nobody knows,
Oh, somebody knows.
involving liqueurs that nobody knows. This has been the theme of this one.
Well, this is the weird one, yeah. That's the strange thing, the weird ingredient.
And Kate did have it?
Yes, she did, and she thought it was fantastic.
Okay. So if it's not fantastic, She's not coming to be a guest on the show.
No,
This sort of hinges on her whole appearance.
Question her judgment.
Yeah. All right, that seems nice and chilled. I cannot hold it any longer.
All right.
Yes, apparently originally invented by Sam Ross.
Sam Ross.
You know Sam Ross?
I know Dan Ross.
Could be related. He claims to be the creator of the penicillin cocktail.
Oh, wow. Not the creator of penicillin.
Or also the creator of penicillin.
Wow.
Because he's a multi-talented guy.
Multi-platinum artist.
And multi-talented artist at the same time.
Now this one looks nice. This is
Isn't that pretty?
a lot of that's going to be probably your Aperol coming through, because it's just an orange, wonderful looking liqueur. Are we to garnish it with anything, or is this
This one I think was garnish free,
excellent?
as we like to say.
Well then, gentlemen of elegant leisure, both you fellas, try one of those.
Thank you very much.
I too will sample one, using only my bouche.
And your bare bouche?
My bare bouche.
Now let's see if we get the nose.
So the nose has all of that Amaro bitter stuff on it.
Mm.
Oh my God, Fred
I just
fell
jumped right
in.
into it. It's not, that's not.
It's not bitter at all.
No, holy cow. All right, Kate, you can come on the show. You've passed the audition.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yes, it's bitter-ish.
Ish.
But it gets pushed around by the sweet. It's like a battle of bitter and sweet. It's like
sweet wins.
It's like a Game of Thrones cocktail.
Ooh.
If anybody,
What's that? That's
I don't know.
I'm one of those
Is that-
people who's never seen that
Is
episode.
that Tolkien?
Yeah, it should be Tolkien.
Yeah.
It's sort of a Tolkien ripoff.
Yeah. Exactly.
From George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
That was George R.R. Tolkien.
No?
No?
You know, he doesn't want to be confused with the Beatles producer.
Oh, is
George
that?
Martin.
Yeah. Oh, God forbid you get.
You don't want to.
Yeah, no, I read the first book, and I was put off, but I'm easily put off. I'm not saying that it wasn't a good book, and I'm not saying that you couldn't easily get hooked on it.
What are you saying?
I was not. I was
No.
put off. Because, I don't know if you've read any of it. Have you read any of it, or
No.
done anything with the
I mean, I like
War of the Worlds or
I like a
whatever?
nice dragon,
Sure.
but I don't know.
In the book, and I'm sure people will vouch for me, and I think a lot of people have liked this about the show and the books, is you'd find a character and then that character would get killed.
Oh.
And then you'd go, oh, well, I guess this is sort of my character that I'm going to follow through, and they would get killed. And then you'd say, well, all right, well, I'll follow this guy. And he would get killed, and I said, you know what? No.
No, forget it.
I'm out.
I'm not investing any more time in this.
I get you.
And now I don't know how I feel about, I mean, this guy was doing a literary work, and now the TV show catches up, and so the TV show
Drives the book.
drives the book?
Yeah.
I don't know if I care for that either.
No.
Well,
TV should know its place.
As Bob Denver once said.
well, Ian Fleming
Mhm.
copied himself because they wrote the screenplay for Thunderball and then he wrote the book.
Oh, okay.
And that's all the whole court case thing, of course, everybody knows about.
Roe versus Thunderball.
Yeah. So he co-wrote the screenplay with a guy, and then he decided to make it into a book, and he put his name on it. My book. And the guy, yeah. Anyway, so the guy sued, and he got the rights to Thunderball, and that's how Sony ended up making Never Say Never Again.
Right. At the same time as Octopus.
Because Never Say Never Again is Thunderball, basically.
Right.
And so then they were going to make another one, and then Sony and MGM they all merged, and so everything got fixed. They were going to start suing each other and making competing movies. They're basically going to keep making Thunderball over and over again.
That's what they thought was going to work.
Yeah.
And only years later did they realize they could just keep making Spider-Man again and again and again.
Yeah. Hey, way better.
Because the best story of any of those stories is always the origin story.
Yeah.
Nobody wants another story. They want that first story. So how many, off the subject, of course, how many James Bond books were there before the first movie came out?
How many were written before the first movie came out?
Yeah, that's a good way to ask it.
Probably about 4.
Okay.
4 or 5. I've never compared the timeline between the two. But Dr. No was the first movie. Casino Royale was the first book. So, I can't remember the order of them anymore. I used to just study the order of things.
Yes.
And I don't anymore. I didn't even watch the order of things.
Dave is a huge Godzilla fan. He will now name all of the Godzilla movies
Yes.
in chronological order.
And,
But it was Godzilla versus Bruce Lee. That was my favorite.
mm,
Godzilla versus the Martians
mhm.
Godzilla versus Chuck Norris.
for the American market.
The American market.
Oh, okay. Well, so it has happened in the past that
A little bit.
the product has driven the other thing.
Yeah, and then after that he wrote all the other books predated the movie because there was a bit of a schmozzle going on there.
And then he said, "I'm going to write Chitty Chitty Bang Bang,"
Yeah.
and nobody heard from Ian Fleming ever again.
Died.
I don't think he was that old when he died.
He wasn't that old, no. He faded away. He was he had
You mean that's another word for drank himself to death?
no. He just wouldn't take no. They said, "Oh, you're not looking good. You should rest." He said, "No, I'm going to go golfing in Scotland." All right,
Okay.
and then
Wow. So he really said never again.
that's right.
he never said never.
He
again.
never said never again. He said, "Yeah, again one more time," is what he kept saying.
Did he die in the 60s?
Yeah.
And was he in his 60s?
Not quite.
Too bad, because that would have made that interesting.
Really. But he really did a lot of stuff during World War II because he implied that he did, and then people said he didn't. And then once the Official Secrets Act was sort of relaxed and the whole Bletchley Park thing came out, it turns out he did do a lot of stuff during World War II. But by then people were tired of hearing about him.
Right. And he also, as I recall, when we were at Bletchley Park, he suggested a lot of those James Bond
Yes.
ideas, and people were like, "No, we're not going to do that. We'll make a little tiny submarine. We'll go right under the ice cap or whatever." And he said, "No, we're not doing that."
What killer pencil?
Killer pencil. That's all this stuff they did with that.
They did make a killer pencil, but it was 3 feet long.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, you have to,
Yeah, the 60s, but then the 60s got around. It
you
was,
had to hit him with it.
yeah. Everything was macro size. Not gonna work. Wow.
What makes this work? I can't figure it out.
I don't know what makes the paper plane work. Folding?
Precision folding, I think, is the secret.
Well, yes, it's got great staying power. It has
Mhm.
good legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I would say, and I was probably being tricked by the flavors that come from the Aperol, as well as the tartness from the citrus. But it's orange to me. It feels like an orange juice drink.
Yeah,
You can make a woozle out of it, or a Julius.
Yeah, like an adult.
This has got one of those special pori caps on it, so you can't really get a good whiff off of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but this is very interesting. For someone to, and the fact that it's you could drink 8 of these and still keep making them because it was just equal this, equal this, equal this.
Yeah, you get your coffee mug, and you just keep filling it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then share it out as much as you need to. Yeah. No, I am tickled by that. I think that's, and this would actually be a great drink for a first-time cocktail person
Yes.
because you have to get so many neat bottles.
That's right, yeah, no, there's quite a variety
And then
of
it's
bottle
like,
shapes.
well, what am I going to do with all these neat bottles? And that's how it starts.
Mm-hmm. The next one won't be nearly as neat.
Well, it's more complicated, if that helps.
I guess, well, it's slightly...
But also aviated related.
Yes, the thought was, what do we do to complement
Right, we had to
the paper plane?
go. Yeah.
Do we do another bourbon drink? Which I sort of thought would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I like bourbon.
Sure, I like bourbon too.
I like bourbon.
I don't like the bourbons.
That's awkward. Well, this is our final episode.
Shut up. Yeah.
It had to happen sooner or later. It took the Bourbon dynasty to bring us down. But I was snooping around, on the Imbibe website, because I still get emails from Imbibe magazine.
Mhm.
And I started to look at the drinks,
Mhm.
and then I don't know how. I don't know.
You just
Suddenly,
kept looking.
I just kept looking. And up came the P-38 Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which
Fine airplane.
is right a World War II airplane.
Mhm.
Am I correct?
Yes, built by Lockheed.
Oh, I've seen pictures. It has the double tail thing on it.
Oh, yeah,
double
that's right.
nacelle.
Yeah, I love the double.
I know.
And I only knew nacelles from Star Trek. I didn't know they existed. in real
No,
life.
I thought it was just a made-up name from the 25th century.
Yeah, because on their nacelles they hold up the warp things,
Yeah, right.
whereas these nacelles hold the tail together and make
Yeah.
it into a plane.
Yeah.
Still important.
So I don't know, was it a fighter plane? Was it rigged
Yes.
up with machine guns?
Yeah, it was a type of fighter.
And it took flight over Germany or over
Yeah.
South Pacific? This is an
Germany.
American plane.
Yeah, Germany. A lot of pictures I saw were in Europe. So France, there's some pictures of them on the ground in France and England. So I don't know if the P-38 made it to the Pacific. I think it did. Actually, I think P-38 did make it eventually out to the Pacific Theater.
Mm.
I love the Pacific Theater.
Oh,
Some of the favorite movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Just like many a good time at the Pacific Theater.
Yes, I just love Pacific Theater in general.
Yeah.
They do some good productions.
Yeah.
You don't care for the Atlantic Theater or the...
Yeah, it's all come from afar, come from away. It's all
that's
that.
true. They just keep doing that over and over again.
Come from away. I think.
Come from away.
I'd kind of like to see Come From Away,
Yeah,
and I kind of don't want to see
it's,
Come From Away.
it's coming back again, I think.
I don't think it's been here yet, has it?
It's been here.
It came to Seattle.
It's either been here or it's sold out, and if it is coming, I don't care because I can't get a ticket.
Right.
But I think it has been here.
I think they did a little song from it on The Simpsons the other night, and
Yes.
had a little bit of trouble.
Oh, good for them.
Yeah,
Give a little shout out to the Canadians.
that's right. To the Newfies particularly.
Oh well, you know.
Did you see it? Have you
It's-
heard about the controversy?
I've heard about it, and some people just can't take a joke.
I guess that's it.
I think they've been for how long has The Simpsons been on?
Oh,
For 30 years, I think.
Yeah, so for 30 years they've been taking pot shots at the Americans,
That's
American
right.
government, And so one episode, after 30 years, they take some shots at Canadians. Hey, you can't say that's mean.
That's right. But they'd already taken shots at Canadians. Because remember one time Bart went to school
That's right.
Yeah.
in Canada.
And he learned French. He was kidnapped.
Oh, his kid's now.
Was that up here? Was that actually France? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But they've been to Canada before.
Yes, they've done Canada before.
Mhm.
I think they came to the Winter Olympics too. I had overlap with the comic books, unfortunately, so I don't know.
Only Ian Boothby could sort us out.
A little Newfoundland character beat a stuffed seal,
Yeah.
and then sang a song, I think, from Come From Away, while kicking the head around.
Yeah.
And it's not like they don't club seals.
No, it isn't. So it's just, they don't like to talk about it.
I don't.
No,
I'm Canadian.
you should see what we do to cows.
I never clubbed one.
Well, if one came at you, you probably would.
Oh, yeah, no, I almost had a bull come at me once.
What?
Yeah.
I think I've ever heard of this.
No, I don't like to talk about it. It was dark days at the Gurries. And
The what?
yeah, my cousins, the Gurries.
The,
They had a bull.
the Gurries?
They had the Gurries. It rhymed, the Gurries had a bull. Old McGurry had a
And
And the cousins took us out there, and
Oh, yeah.
I was afraid of the bull.
I said, here, Jason, here's this red cape. Flap it around, would you?
It's a little bit damp. Could you just try and dry it out a little bit? You shake it in the breeze.
Yeah. And they dressed me like the Flash as well. So even if I didn't have the cape, that was trouble.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Oh, so anyway, the P-38
So
Lightning.
the P-38 Lightning seemed neat, and then it was a unique drink. I sometimes hesitate to do drinks from Imbibe magazine
Mm-hmm.
because I think that a lot of people that like cocktails might have already known about it and drank it.
Right.
Maybe they don't.
You read it, and you don't always make it.
This is true. But we're making it.
Oh yeah, we're making it.
It's from a bar in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, is that a suburb of San Jose?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a little south of San Jose, and the sleepy town of Los Angeles,
Oh,
California.
That sounds great. A lot of little
It's inland.
yeah.
A lot of people think it's on the coast, but it's not on the coast. It's inland.
It's inland a little bit.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
30 miles inland. Anyway, a little bar there called Here and Now
Right, which we looked up.
on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's near the railroad tracks. It's a bar. It's a railroad themed bar,
Yeah.
if you can imagine. I love the sound of it already, because railways and drinking just seem to go hand in.
Mm-hmm. And I just like the sound of railways. No, that's not it.
Well,
I'm
maybe.
sleepy.
If you're on the train, it makes that sound. If you're standing, does it sound like the same when it's going by? Oh, that's the noise.
No, I don't do that. That's you going by the signal thing. Oh, with the sibilance or whatever that.
Right.
I forget what that is
The
called.
crossing? Level crossing.
Yes, but the fact that the tone changes when you go by.
The Doppler effect.
It's the Doppler effect. Now that's a good drink. You can also get that Here and Now in Los Angeles. It's down near Japantown or Little Tokyo or whatever they call that.
The art district now, they call it also the art district because that sells better. A lot of museums down there.
Right, not down by the tracks.
Not down by the tracks, which they found, that's what they called the area for the longest time. The tourists weren't buying it.
Because you're afraid you'll get on the wrong side of the tracks
Exactly.
and you'll be in trouble.
But this is on the west side, so it's okay.
To be perfectly fair for the drink, I'm going to rinse out the whatever bitterness. Look at you. Johnny brings another shaker.
So it's about a half a mile from Philippe's, which we've talked about more than people want to hear.
People are cuckoo about Philippe's.
How's the mustard, by the way? Have you tried it?
Oh, no. No. No, I sent it back.
Okay. But next week, maybe.
No.
No?
I have mustard that's open.
But-
This is special mustard.
No, it's not special mustard.
This is the mustard of the gods.
You can get more
Philippe.
mustard.
More mustard? Oh, yeah, that's right, you ordered more.
I ordered more.
Well, I'm not going to use all the mustard up. What are you just having a spoonful of
I
mustard?
got 4 spares.
Worst Mary Poppins song. Oh, a spoonful of mustard helps the...
So what's in this cocktail?
In the P38 Lightning, you got gin, you got apricot liqueur, you got velvet falernum, which is probably going to be the trickiest thing for you to get a hold of. And it's got something called lime juice, but we're going to substitute lime juice for it.
Ah,
And then
good call.
you combine all of those ingredients in a shaker. Oh, some sugar as well. And you shake it all up, and you strain it into a rocks glass, what we got right here. And then you spritz absinthe over the drink
Yeah.
and garnish with, where's my garnish going?
Oh, the star and another one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but where did I
This
put
is
it?
the garnish of the gods.
Oh, I love garnish with glass.
Star anise.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at
I think
that.
people sometimes call it star anise.
Yeah?
But I think I've also heard it called star anise.
I call it stare.
We're going to call it stare anus. You know why? Because it's funny.
It's funny.
It's funny.
Come on, it's a joke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's people on those stare anus plantations. No one will ever use it now. No one's going to use it. It tastes like licorice.
Nobody likes licorice.
Nobody likes licorice,
Um,
except for Fred Partridge.
yeah, I love licorice.
Oh, if it's salted,
Oh.
covered with brick dust.
What are you doing over there?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Does this have a blade on it? Holy cow.
No, that's just a prop
This
knife.
is a safety knife.
Yep. So it's got all the edges have been dulled.
Oh my god, it can't even cut through anything. All right. How much of this do we need? So yeah, you're going to combine all the ingredients in a shaker, strain into the rocks glass, and then you spritz absinthe over the drink. Spritz absinthe.
I know. Isn't that classy?
That's actually a good name for a villain.
Yeah.
He's slightly fey though.
Yeah.
Spritz absinthe.
My name is Spritz Absinthe. No, that doesn't sound right.
No. Work on that.
All right.
So I will double the amounts again for this beverage. And of course, all the recipe is all on the blog site. You don't have time to write it down now.
No, you're busy driving.
Yes. Go home and look on the website, and you will find all of the required proportions For
What
you
is the
and-
website, Jason, again? Give us the...
eBay.com. You can buy anything there. Yeah. It's www, the gentleman of elegant
No, it's not the gentleman.
Oh,
gentlemanofelegantleisure.com.
that's right.
See, if you knew the answer, Dave.
Well, I can't do everything. I'm running the camera,
I think you're
directing Jason.
the only reason you can't do everything is you're not focused.
Well, it's my ADHD.
Oh, I got one of them ADHD cables and I plugged it in.
Oh
Yeah. Did it help? You're
didn't
more
hurt.
focused?
Now, what are we doing? Oh, we're going to try to... Ryan Reynolds, you're a Vancouver boy.
Yeah.
We are in a suburb of Vancouver. You can be here in 25 minutes on the number one in a good day.
Probably.
Yeah.
Please come and be on our show and be a guest because we are going to be using... Look what we're using.
Yeah.
Aviation gin.
Wow.
I already had some.
Already, we didn't even just buy it special.
No.
Well, of course it was special.
Yeah.
Well, it was on sale.
Eh.
Shut up.
Aviation gin, we're doing a P38 Lightning.
Yeah.
It's a match made in heaven. They use Ford's gin.
No.
Thanks, Harrison.
Now, I think we've had Ford's gin before. We bought it somewhere.
You
I bought
had
it.
one.
And it's a very good
And
gin.
you drank it.
I drank it like it was going out of style. But it didn't go out of style.
No.
But we're using aviation gin. And we would love to use more aviation gin. Send us all of the aviation gin you can. And we will use it on the show.
Sure.
Because we love you and we love aviation gin. We've had it before. I'm not just saying we love gin. I've lost my
And the
train of
bottle's
thought.
great,
The
too.
bottle's great.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful bottle.
No, they're hitting all the marks.
Oh, yeah. It's very well done. In fact, it already existed before Mr. Reynolds bought it, I believe. Right?
Where's that from?
What's that?
Portland?
I don't know. I got it in my hand, but I don't have. I'm pouring it. I can't be reading it.
Those are the guys from Portland that were making it before.
Oh. I don't know. I'm going to hand it to you so you can read it while I.
Oh, because
continue
I've got the
to
super microvision.
Yeah. Well, you've got supervision. I mean, you have that.
Sorry, I require supervision.
You've got that ankle bracelet
Sure.
thing that will detonate.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got cable vision.
See?
We've got all the visions.
We got all the visions.
It's funny, it has very little, oh, there it is. Warning, oh, don't worry. Batch distilled and bottled by House Spirits Distillery, Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Oh, Oregon. And we love Portland.
Oh, it's a
I can't
fine
tell you.
city.
Distilled from grain, by the way. This is not a potato. This is no potato gin.
No.
Some of America's finest cities are in the Pacific Northwest.
They sure are.
They really are.
Really?
I mean, some of North America's greatest cities.
Yes, if you lump Vancouver in there.
I do lump Vancouver in.
I don't know. I don't.
No?
It rains
Yeah.
a lot here.
Rains.
Oh, there's that.
It's dreadfully expensive.
Oh, sure, but once you're here, you don't want to go anywhere else.
All right. So what I've done here.
I don't know about that.
Oh,
What I've done here is
Yikes.
I've put fantastic aviation gin in here. I've put apricot liqueur in here. I've put velvet falernum, which is a product of Barbados and has a whole weird allspice crazy flavor going on in there.
Really?
I got lime juice in here. It's almost like it should be a tiki drink with gin, actually.
I wonder if it is.
I don't know.
We won't know till you make it.
I'm going to shake it up.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it into these 3 little glasses here, and then we're going to tell the folks at home what we think of it.
I
And
think you're onto something.
I'm going to garnish it, and this is going to be probably the prettiest picture we've had on here in a long, long time.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's what my thinking is.
Fred brought out his big
I
fancy
got the
camera.
big fancy. That's the
Oh.
click noise you're all hearing.
Really? Does it sound like this?
It sounds a little bit like that. I'm surprised you don't need physiotherapy.
Oh,
he
I
does.
need physiotherapy, but I don't have coverage for physiotherapy.
Well,
Jesus. Way to bring the mood of the room down.
so there we go.
All right. Oh, you know what I forgot to put in? Sorry, folks. We have to shake it one more time.
Yay!
It's got a tablespoon of sugar.
Oh, yeah, I gotta.
What does that help it do?
I don't know, but we're going to have to shake the hell out of it because sugar and alcoholic stuff doesn't actually blend very well.
No.
Oh, so you're gonna have to shake it extra hard?
Yeah, until it doesn't sound like a slurry. Does it sound like a slurry still?
That's where you live, isn't it? Don't you live in Slurry?
I do live in slurry. Living in Whitewash means never having to say your slurry. Okay.
Your hands are all blue.
Sure they're blue. They're so
Oh.
sad. All right. So I don't know, I mean that's,
You don't know?
I almost kind of wanted to do it without the sugar, but anyway. It's like, it
All
seemed to me that it would already be full of flavor and
It
fun.
seems like it should be. So I think.
But maybe that's approximating a sugar syrup going into it,
Yeah.
without affecting the volume? What?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, can you do maybe a quarter ounce of sugar syrup?
Strain
Strain.
into a rocks glass.
Let's see how this
There we
goes.
go.
Boop, boop, boop. You know what it looks like?
What?
Something yellow.
Looks like any of the 150 drinks we've made on the show before.
Well, sometimes your color palette is limited.
Yeah, it's true. It's the flavor that's really.
It's it's either going to be brown like bourbon, or yellow like lime juice, or lemon juice, or green like lime juice. So you don't have too many options color-wise.
This is your preloaded
Oh
spritz.
yeah, you're going to
Now you
spritz
gotta
away.
Spritz with the absinthe.
Is it
So
all?
I think it needs to be. If the cap pops off, you need to pump it a couple of times. Give it a couple of squirts, so a couple of. Good. Okay, here, look at the.
Yeah, you release the hounds.
Good.
Ah,
Oh, there we go.
oh, okay. Oh, you got to prime the pump.
Yeah. Sorry. There we go. Hopefully that should spritz away.
Okay, so we'll just give it one of these.
Did it work?
And
Did it
this.
work?
And this. Oh, so you've actually, this thing actually builds up air pressure in it.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to squirt. It's like an aerosol can now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's dangerous. This could go off in my hand.
You could. Yeah.
Is this tempered?
I don't think so. No.
Well, I'm furious. Okay. And now here we go with our little garnish.
Oh yeah, I want to see the garnish.
Star and S.
Yeah.
So the P-38 Lightning. Now here's what I think is cool about this. Looks like a little propeller.
Oh,
Huh?
I see that now.
Much like the brilliant little propeller on Aviation Gym. Please come and do the show.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just
get a picture of that.
Look at that.
That's funny. Yeah, you gotta get a picture from the top
Yes.
because it's otherwise you don't get the full effect.
This drink is credited to Aaron Melendrez, Damian Diaz, and Othon Nolasco.
Wow.
Three people had a
Three
hand in
people.
this.
What is nice?
It seems to smell like you get a little bit of the absinthe. We use the taboo from the Okanagan here in beautiful British Columbia.
Yeah, that's from Okanagan Spirits.
Wherever else in the world you're getting your garbage absinthe from, forget about it. Get it from the
No, it's
Okanagan.
really, they did a good job.
Yes.
I
Geez, I like this equally well as the
Oh.
first one.
Oh,
wowie wow wow.
Ryan Reynolds, come on the show and we will make you a P-38 Lightning.
I would.
This is a fantastic drink.
It's got so many layers.
And it's got a little bit of sweetness. Now I understand why we had to put that sugar in.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Now, do you think it's too licoricey for people that don't like licorice?
I don't think it's too licoricey. I'm not a big licorice fan, and I don't find it overpowering.
Because the spritz is just enough.
Yes, just there, just in the background.
Because sometimes,
I think it's more nosy.
Mhm.
I think it's more nosy. It's not on the mouth.
No.
That's what people like about
Yes. Dans le nez, not sans la bouche.
it. Oui, c'est ça.
C'est what?
Yeah, no, that's a wonderful drink to do here for our final episode. I'm kidding. No, that's very good. The P-38 Lightning.
Then when I go back to the other one,
Mhm.
it's still
And
good.
it's still good. This is probably the two best
Oh.
drinks we've done in
I
a
never
long
want to
time.
leave.
Well, then you gotta live with Dave and Jessica then.
I'm going.
All right. Good night, everybody.
They're lovely people, don't get me wrong.
Oh, I got you wrong. Oh, that's.
Oh, Dave came back without his glass.
that
I
is
know.
neat.
I give it to my wife. She likes it.
Interesting, because also not a licorice fan.
I'm a licorice fan. And she didn't care for the first one. She didn't care for the paper plane.
No.
But the P-38, well,
Yeah, no.
that's the winner.
And now I almost used up my apricot brandy on that, and I was thinking, good, I can never have to buy apricot brandy again. Now I find this drink.
I'm going to be placing an order.
Oh, I'm good on
you
it.
can get that one.
I get the garbage one. Whatever the local liquor store has.
Okay.
We did not use yours tonight.
Oh, that's well. I'm gonna have to use it.
We
when I get
possibly
home.
should have, but I didn't want to necessarily waste it when I had this right in my hand.
Sorry. Okay.
Can you remember when years ago we made the aviation cocktail?
We did make the aviation.
Did we like it? I don't remember.
I think we thought it was okay.
Okay.
Great.
I think it's.
But when it comes to flight-themed cocktails, these would be.
Yeah, these would be the ones.
The aviation has that hard to find ingredient, which I forget. It's not the creme de violette, or it might be. And if it's not the creme de violette, it's the other one. It's the sort of it's a bluey purpley liqueur.
Which I still don't have.
Parfait Amour.
Parfait Amour. Yeah.
Right.
No.
And so that was tricky to find, but we tracked it down. And then when we read about it, it was something about that purple was supposed to turn blue in the drink.
Right.
Is that what it was?
It didn't really.
There was two different stories, I think, about the aviation. One, we thought it was blue for the sky, and then the other one, we thought it was a different color for something else. I don't know.
I think it was originally, when they originally made it, the liqueur that they had at the time made it blue, but I don't think that the stuff they have now make it so blue.
I believe the book is right over here.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
But yeah, no, oh, man.
That is good. Ryan Reynolds would love that drink.
I think he would. He seems like the kind of guy that would enjoy this kind of a cocktail.
Yes, please come on the show. We're very good people and we live in Vancouver. We'd come out to Vancouver.
Sure, we could. Dave's got a portable laptop.
Yeah, we got a microphone. We'll come on, we'll make some drinks and we'll hang around and we'll laugh.
Sure.
Listen to a couple of the other ones. So you know that we're not just
Oh.
a flash in the pan. We're quality people. Quality.
I'm
The aviation.
So where'd you get the star anise from?
Well, here's what's fun. Here, the aviation. Oh, I got it at the spice store.
Oh, okay. Oh, those guys.
Did I actually buy it somewhere special? Oh, I think I did. I think I went to Galloway's in New Westminster. But you can get star anise all over the place.
Can you? It's never occurred to me to look for it.
Oh, you know what you do if you're making rice? If
Nope.
You ever make rice?
What's that? Which one's that? Is that the pasta?
It's the little white one that's like a seed from Asia.
Consumed by a quarter of the world's population, if not
Yeah,
more.
it's like a pasta.
And you put it in, sure, it's a starch.
Yeah.
You put it in boiling water.
Right.
And then you cook it up and it eventually absorbs all the boiling water and then you have it.
They don't
Eat
put all
it.
the water out.
No, exactly. It's a real time saver. You put away a dry bowl. But if you do that with a star anise in there and a couple of cardamom pods, some salt and pepper, you got yourself a stew.
Okay.
The aviation here,
Yep.
in this book,
Mm-hmm.
what we might have done was gin, lemon juice, and maraschino liqueur.
Right. Not blue at all.
Not blue at all, but his little blurb on it, keep the gin and lemon, and substitute creme yvette or creme de violette for the maraschino when you have a blue moon. The original aviation had both maraschino and creme yvette,
Right.
giving the drink a sky tint in keeping with the name. But by the drink's heyday, it was the light translucent recipe I display below, which was without the creme yvette.
That's from Vintage Spirits and Forgotten Cocktails.
In the aviation, he says, it's the earthy, clear, natural maraschino liqueur that makes the drink levitate. It doesn't really levitate. You have to have a special apparatus to make it levitate.
Well, if you had 3 or 4, you might think you're loving it.
Oh, that's true enough.
Or a propeller.
Oh my goodness, there's a book of poetry over here.
Yeah,
Oh, that's-
I know.
You turn your back on Dave for a
I
minute.
think that
By a Vancouver poet.
You got it out of the library.
Yeah.
the library, so that's like stealing.
It's like stealing.
Yeah.
Because the author gets nothing.
No, the author gets squat.
Yeah.
But they have to get something, I think.
Well, they get exposure.
Well, and they buy one book.
Yeah, but
and then 5,000 people read it.
well, there's money each time.
Is there?
There is, because I wondered about that, because it made no sense to me as to why you would ever let your book go into the library. But they get money each time it's taken out. Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit better about the authors of the world now, doesn't that?
Yeah.
You know who I feel for?
Oh.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because he's never hung out with us.
No, he doesn't know a good time until he's hung out with us.
And Ryan, honestly, if you're listening, and I know you are, IMDb us. We're actually actor type
Oh,
people.
sure, no,
We've been in shows.
Oh, I did a thing once.
I've got 1 credit.
That's right. Dave has 1 credit on
Yeah.
a shot in Vancouver show.
Yeah.
I was on Tilt.
Yeah, so was I.
No.
So, but we also have been in other things.
Oh, we?
Well, you guys.
Well, commercials.
Oh, commercials. And I was on Robson Arms,
Oh, you were.
and I was on Madison,
You were all
And the
over.
commish?
and the commish. It could have been that Ryan even watched Madison,
Yeah.
longing to be an actor.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I'll do that, and he did it.
Yep.
And didn't do a podcast.
Howard wrangled once when Ryan was a young up and coming young feller.
On what
He was
show?
a skateboard. Oh, it was a movie or something. I think it was a special skills extra.
Oh,
And he showed up with it. He rolled in on his skateboard.
brought his own skateboard to
I
set.
think so.
We don't know what show it was, though.
I don't know. Howard might remember. But
Howard is Fred's brother.
Yeah, and he said he was a very polite young man, which is good. Howard doesn't have a lot of good things to say about many
This is
actors,
true.
but he liked Brendan Fraser. He liked Ryan Reynolds. He said Michael Bublé was okay, but he didn't know who he was. He kept calling him Michael Bubble. And when he was calling his name out, he said, Michael Bubble! And everybody was mad because he was already a very locally famous crooner.
Sure, he used to go down to whatever that locally famous crooner bar was.
Yeah,
We all went
Babaloo.
Club Babaloo, or was it just Babaloo?
I think it was just Babaloo.
Right.
Maybe just Babaloo.
And I think a lot of people thought that Bublé and Babaloo
Babaloo
were
was
somehow
saying-
kind of, oh, of course he is. Yeah.
He owns the place.
Yeah.
That's right. It's his own, you know, his own club.
Yeah, so we actually have we have street cred.
Sure.
Yeah.
Young Scott Wheeler used to MC at Babaloo when Michael was singing for a brief period of time before he died.
Not Michael Bublé.
As
No.
far as I know, he's still going.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we're actually we're far too big for this.
Yeah, now that I think about it,
Yeah.
This is a hard way for us to contact Ryan Reynolds. We
I
should
could
be-
just have my agent call me.
That's right. We should have been so big.
Yep.
Our people can contact his
Yeah.
people.
Anyway, but it would be awesome to do a little snippety show with Ryan Reynolds and Aviation Channel.
No, 5 minutes we could come up. I mean, I'd make this one.
I would make this one,
Yeah.
I think that would.
and perhaps he has a recipe that he would share. Maybe he says, you know what, I make a martini a particular way with gin, and it would be fantastic. Nah, what's the matter with you?
Well, he'd have to show me.
Oh, God.
He'd have to sell me on the
That's
idea.
it. You make a hissing noise like that, and you'll spook Ryan Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah.
He's afraid of snakes?
Of course he's afraid of snakes. Who isn't afraid
Yeah,
of
I
snakes?
guess that's any snake that hisses. I guess you should really be afraid of.
Mhm, exactly.
What about the silent ones? Those two?
The fertile ants?
Oh, the fertile lance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in the countries where the fertile ants lurks in the jungle.
Really?
Deadly venomous snake. Well, it's venomous snake in the Western Hemisphere, apparently.
Where is that? And make sure I don't go there.
It's in Belize.
No, I'm not going to believe.
Oh, you should.
No,
It's a beautiful country.
it's got
but
a-
it's got a fertile ants.
Yeah,
It's
no.
slithering through the jungle.
And it's silent.
I don't know if it's.
We don't know if it's silent.
I don't know.
Nothing's truly silent.
I just like the name. Fertile ants.
How does it feel about seawater?
I don't know. I don't know if it's.
Well, find out. It makes a big difference to me.
How does he feel about Seabiscuit?
Yeah.
Well, you've bitten him on the ass a couple of times.
I
Just to increase the
Maguire is
speed.
good.
All right, we gotta up our game. We can't just be doing Seabiscuit jokes. We're
No,
trying to attract
that's
Ryan Reynolds
really-
to the show.
Oh,
That's a pretty gay.
you want to swear more?
No, but we should come up with a Deadpool cocktail.
Yeah.
If he hasn't already got one.
You should have.
He can tell us on the show.
Yeah. Or you could make it up on the spot.
That's how it's dangerous.
Yeah, no, you
I was
got
playing
that.
poker one time with a guy that made up a game on the spot.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
No.
It takes years to make up a game.
Yeah.
You can't just make something up.
No. We put back 2 and suddenly this was random or wild and this was this and I said no. Then we put 3 down again and choose again.
Do I know who this person is?
Yes, you do.
No, okay. You don't have to say it.
No, because we're going to try to get him on the show too.
No.
Oh, okay.
But he always won.
No, he didn't play anymore after that. It was his one and only trip out to poker night, as far as I know.
Uh,
Well, do we have a winner between these 2 drinks before we
Jeez.
drift away from it?
I don't know.
So the
They're
P38 Lightning.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, I cut you off. They're
No,
both-
I think I'm going to lean a little more to the P38. I just think it's a more interesting drink, I guess. than I described.
I like, yeah, it's got a little bit of an edge, and I think it's the mist of absinthe.
Mhm.
Like it's not heavy-handed because a lot of cocktails that use absinthe, it's too much. A quarter of an ounce could be too much absinthe.
Yes, that's what I think we've done a drink too, where you pour it into the glass and then you
Yeah.
swirl and you dump it out.
Yeah,
So that's a
that's-
hint.
That's too much. You feel the thickness of the coating is
I'm surprised that you've used half the bottle of this absinthe.
Well,
Because it's used only for...
a quarter of the bottle's in that spritz bottle.
Oh, you're right, it is. There you go.
Yeah.
Case
So,
in point.
but yeah, I mean, this is, and it's great absinthe. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just the power is, it just knocks everything else out.
Yes.
And so
But in this case, the spritz of that, the sweetness of the sugar and the Falerno and the apricot liqueur, the gin is featured. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I would, if we were asking our old question of would you order this drink again in a restaurant?
I would order it.
I would order it again.
we don't ask that question anymore, though.
Oh, well, we could.
Okay. Which one would you order again?
Unfortunately, I would order both these again. But I'd probably order the P38 again before I ordered the paper plane at this moment in time.
If I was going to make more than one
Yeah.
at home, I would make the paper plane because it's easier.
Is it?
No, it's 1 to 1 to 1.
Oh, I see. This is 1.5 to a quarter, 3/4, and a tablespoon of sugar.
Yeah,
and
if I-
an absinthe mixed in a star anise. Star anise.
Yeah. So if you were gonna make this at home, this would be the first one you made. Do not make this second, although you did a pretty good job.
Oh, thanks, pal.
Yeah, I have to say. But these were only kiddie-sized cocktails too. If you'd had a full-size paper plane, can you imagine?
Oh, I would have launched it off Dave's roof. And I would sail over Langley, scattering gifts to all the children of
Because
the
you're on a
world.
hill here.
Yeah, exactly. This is perfect. Right over to Costco, and away we go.
Sure. No,
Speaking of my roof,
Yes, sir.
this morning I was working on my computer and I heard,
Uh-oh, flickers.
Santa Claus?
yeah, your damn,
Yeah.
oh, those pesky, they're nice looking birds.
Yeah.
The northern flicker, but it's a woodpecker
Yeah.
and it's on our roof and
It's staking out its territory.
yeah, but it looks like it's like it's doing it like on the like the fan
metal-
turret,
The metal
the
vent.
metal.
Yeah.
It's metal.
Yeah.
You stupid bird.
It's letting all the other flickers know this is my territory. Stay away.
So I thought I don't want to because it's probably buggering up the roof. So I throw a rock at it. Oh, it completely ignores that.
Of course.
It doesn't scare at all.
It knows that your ability with sports.
Yeah. I said, oh man,
He's good.
you think you're going to scare me with a rock? You're obviously a wimp.
The odds of you hitting me from all the way down there.
All the way down. Yeah, but
You shouldn't be throwing rocks at birds. Ryan Reynolds loves birds.
I was just trying to scare it. I wasn't trying to hit it.
Of course.
But it wasn't scared at all.
No, they don't care about
They
it.
don't care about
Well,
us.
we can.
They know there's grub in that aluminum.
You want to sound like an eagle?
Yes.
Can you do an eagle noise?
No,
You're gonna have
but
to
I
learn.
could probably record or find a.
Maybe we could. Or you know what you're gonna have to do? Up on the roof with an owl decoy thing.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
I
the
can't. I have a very tall house.
This is true. And actually, Dave was attacked by an owl a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
really? What were you doing?
I was walking down the sidewalk here, just outside my house.
So
And,
you're doing something a little
no, it's one of your barn owls comes swooping down, a young one, because they're learning to hunt.
Because you tried to take a picture of it.
I was going to take a picture of it, and it swooped down, and I had to take my hat off, and no, I took my jacket off, I swung it around, that scared him off. But yeah, took a couple of.
Was it circling? Circling?
It just swooped down, tried to grab my head, and then it landed in a tree, and I came back and tried to swoop again.
I did some research, and if you try to take a picture of a young owl,
Yes.
it will attack you because there's something that cameras do. And maybe it's that first little flash of light that it puts out because it's doing the autofocus,
Blink.
and it causes owls to say, "No, I'm coming."
Wow.
So don't take pictures of owls.
Yeah, no. Well, they have those huge eyes, right? It's going to freak them
That's
out.
it's not good for them at all.
No, it's
And Ryan Reynolds loves owls.
He does.
Don't ever maul or molest an owl.
no.
I would never do anything
No.
mean to an owl.
No. I kicked Big Bird in the shins, but that was it.
Yeah,
And that's a joke.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
the quality of the humor on the show,
It's,
Ryan. I wouldn't kick Big
technically,
Bird.
I think Big Bird's a mascot, and as everybody knows, you can do whatever you want to a mascot.
Big Bird's not a mascot.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh.
He's an actual bird?
No, he's not an actual bird.
It looks like a mascot.
Spoiler alert. No, if he was a mascot, he would have like a Sesame Street jersey on.
But he does. Doesn't he sometimes have a
And
Sesame
you
Street?
get Sesame Street games.
Just a fire and
Does he
t-shirt
never wear
cannon.
like a team shirt or anything?
He really is old.
He
He doesn't
really is
really. Have you ever watched an episode of Sesame Street?
Yeah, but I haven't watched one for about 20 years, so I assume they've got more commercialized.
He talks like the kind of guy that was about 20 when Sesame Street started.
I was.
1961.
I only watched it for about 5 or 6 years while I was going to university.
Oh, sure.
And then I was out. Like, it helped me graduate through, get to do the English program, so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sesame Street.
It's the same. It's the same.
It's the same? Alright, so he doesn't wear like the Oakland A's t-shirt or anything like that.
No, he's not like the Philly fanatic.
Okay.
Or what's that new guy from Grizz? Is it Grizz? There's a new mascot that you see all the time. He's orange and he's fuzzy.
What about the safety dog, the police?
McGruff, the crime dog?
Crime dog.
Yeah. Or what's his name? Smokey the Bear.
No, he's not like any of those. He's a lot like McGruff the crime dog.
McBird? Big Bird?
Big
No,
Bird.
he's not like McGruff the crime dog.
I think they're both public service is their function.
Oh, okay. Yes,
Yeah.
no,
And
they're both elected officials.
Yeah, I think
They want your vote.
It's an honorary.
And what was McGruff? What did he represent? Nothing to do with crime, but
Well, he had a
I
trench
don't
coat.
understand what
Yeah, he seemed to be just concerned about
general crime.
Well, whatever
Car
crime,
theft?
whatever crime, elementary school kids were concerned about.
That's a good point. What was McGruff all about? He had a trench coat and a
Yeah.
hat. He was sort of a dragnet kind of a
Yeah,
dog.
like, a little bit, yeah.
But he didn't seem to talk to the kids. He was just telling you to lock up stuff. Was that what he was about?
Well, that's a good point. You should lock up your stuff.
I was thinking of Hootie.
And the blowfish?
No. Pre-blowfish.
Pre-blowfish hoodie?
I've looked up McGruff the crime dog on
Okay.
Wikipedia.
Yes.
Is an anthropomorphic dog created by Dancer Fitzgerald Sample through the Ad Council and later the National Crime Prevention Council to increase crime awareness and personal safety in the United States. It really hasn't worked.
So, anthropomorphic dog. Huh.
That's what they should have called him.
Yeah.
Not McGruff the crime
So,
dog.
There he is. There's
Big
McGruff.
Bird, is Big Bird an anthropomorphic
That's
bird?
him.
Yeah. McGruff the crime dog.
I guess Big Bird, well, I don't know. No, I mean, I guess he is.
Yeah, alright.
I wasn't thinking of Hootie, I was thinking of Woodsy.
And the blowfish?
No, pre-blowfish.
Blowfish, Woodsy?
Woodsy was a big owl,
Really? I don't,
and Brian Reynolds loved owl.
as everybody knows.
And Woodsy that was against littering. He was like a nature bird. Help Woodsy spread the word. Never be a dirty bird.
No.
In the city or in the woods. Please keep America looking good. Woodsy.
Woodsy. I remember Woodsy.
I don't remember Woodsy.
Well, that's why you litter everywhere. Sorry, Ryan. Fred doesn't have to come. It can just be Dave and I. And he won't even throw a rock.
I do my best. I try.
These are all words.
You're not going to get all yelled on me. There is no try.
Did you know that McGruff had a nephew? Scruff?
Scruff, was he a troubled teen?
I don't know. It doesn't mention Scruff.
Scruff.
It just mentions his name. But
Is his last name McGruff? Is it Scruff McGruff?
I think so.
Well, then what was McGruff's first name?
Sam?
Leonardo.
Leonardo McGruff? I just assume that the anthropomorphic dogs have first and last names.
Now, if you're listening to the show still, and I hope you are, Ryan,
Yeah.
you can tell that both these drinks work.
Oh, yeah.
It's just become completely silly.
no, I'm really enjoying this Peter May Lightning.
When it starts to slide into McGruff the crime dog.
You know it's time for
Wrap it
our
up.
favorite sign-off.
Favorite sign off. But before
Courage.
that,
Courage. Yes?
I'll mention our social media. Fred scares me
yes.
out there
Oh.
with his courage.
Yeah, say it. How can Ryan Reynolds get a hold of us? This is the way to market this.
Well, you can go to our website
Mm-hmm.
and leave a comment.
Of
That
course.
would help. gentlemanelelegantleisure.com.
And also on our website, if you click on the More button, you get to a contact page which has a generic Gmail account,
That's
which
right.
will contact us.
Yep.
We will not sell your email address to anybody.
No.
We don't even know anybody.
And
How else?
we're on Instagram. Cocktail Podcast is our handle.
Mm-hmm.
We're on Facebook. Cocktail Gents. And YouTube. we're there too. Check out our videos.
Right, and you can link to all of those off of only the first page. If you only go to the first page, there's buttons down the side.
Yeah.
You don't, that's all you have to remember.
Yeah, including a donation.
A donation if you'd like to donate.
Yeah.
If you want to have us make a drink, you can put that on there too.
Yeah, no, if you've been to a bar and you've had a drink and you'd like to see what we think of it, or have us put a spin on it, maybe you think, this drink would be great if.
If you're a liquor distributor and you want us to make a Campari drink, or
Sure.
make a Irish whiskey drink, or make a
If you
whatever drink.
want us to taste your stuff and tell you if it's good or not, you might not want us to do that.
If you're a local bitters maker and you
Oh,
want us
okay.
to try your bitters in a drink, we'll do that too.
Just give us a message.
We'll just about do anything.
If you want Ryan Reynolds to do it,
Contact his agent.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can get him to come on.
get them on the show.
but Aviation Gin is a fantastic product.
Yeah, that is that's great.
Yeah.
I'm sold on the bottle alone.
I'm sold on the bottle
I'm
alone.
gonna put my flowers in this one.
I honestly do. I think they've
It's got
done
the
it. I
cherry
think they
logo.
changed the logo a little bit. When I first bought it, it had a slightly different logo, but it's a great logo. It's got a good deco quality to the thing
That's
there,
got a nice scent. Yeah.
and it does. Gin is fantastic. Fred has a problem with gin, and I don't know why. I'm just gonna have a little sip of it straight here. It's full of botanicals.
Yeah.
The flavoring of it is great.
That's good for you.
I'm gonna put it
In fact, I think Ryan Reynolds, and I wish I had the quote, he had something, he said something about gin is what vodka wishes it could be, or
I
something
think
like
that
that.
what vodka wants to be when it grows up.
What vodka wants to be when it grows up, and I agree with it.
I do. It's thanks for playing vodka. You lose.
And it is, it's very nice. It's probably a good mixing one too, because it's not too heavy on any of the botanicals, but all the botanicals are there. Juniper, a little bit of citrus. I love gin. Everybody should drink gin.
I drink.
Yeah, it's more of a traditional. We've had the Queensborough, and it's got that spruce tips in it, but which sort of pushes it off to the side a little bit. This is a little more traditional, but it's got more bite.
Yeah.
Than so it's a little more oomph than like a Tanqueray.
Yeah, it's got a little buzz on the tongue. What is the percentage still 40%?
42.
42. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, way to go.
That's the exchange rate. He's built it in there because he knows.
Man,
We should probably call him Mr. Reynolds.
should we? Yeah. I
And
guess
then
we should.
once he says,
Sorry, Mr.
you can
Reynolds.
call me Ryan.
Yeah, I guess we really need permission.
Yeah. Just to be cautious.
But he could be a gentleman of elegant leisure. If
Sure.
anybody is a gentleman of elegant leisure, it's
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I think he could be. It really wouldn't take much.
Wow.
And I bet when he's in a bar
Yes.
and someone serves him a drink, especially if it's his own aviation gin, he would,
Oh, well, sure, because he's a
dig
great
deep
big...
into his pockets.
He's a class act and a Hollywood actor, and he has his reputation to think of. Even if he had crummy service, I think Ryan Reynolds, being a gentleman of elegant leisure,
Yeah.
would do what we all do.
Sure.
He would
Tip big.
Please come on our show, Ryan Reynolds. Ta-da.
And scene.
And see.
I think we came off just needy enough.
Yes.
It's not even that we're
Excellent.
needy. I think it would be great.
Just want to give him a big hug.
Oh, you're hugging that like Donald Trump hugs the flag. Don't do that.